purposes of this conference, best practices nationally and cooperation internationally on the global challenges we face.
The world is undergoing deep changes. What matters is good ideas. I come here, so I voice some views from China. Other people can voice their views. I mean, through these exchanges, I hope we can find the best ideas which will serve not only these countries, but also the rest of the world.
Flower export and I hope to trust my standard for
The importance of panels like this is to begin to share a lot more of the information so that one can then take it back to the populations that can make informed decisions about how one deals with global public issues. And in an age like today where you have a lot more, I think we talked about migration, we talked about trade, we talked about trade and its discontent, we talked about inequality and the fact that inequality is a very local issue, but it comes from a very global issue, which is globalization and trade. And so one needs to be able to find ways of dealing with it and learning lessons and begin to build a global governance structure that shares, you know, the different regulatory frameworks that can help us take the world forward in a more peaceful and organized fashion.
What do you say between now and 2017 to a young French unemployed or who have high employment to stop them voting for the Front National?
What a conference like this should do, and often does do, is get people to listen to each other, exchange different ideas, and we learn from each other. I learned a great deal this morning, for example, from Pascal Lamy, because he had a perspective that I wasn't familiar with, and he knew things that I certainly didn't know. And so I think what a conference can do is jolt you a bit, shake you up a bit, and that's good.
The implications of assumptions that happen by the casual use of old language, which when we're trying to push towards new institutions and new frames.
The world is more networked than fragmented. The countries are now dealing with each other, not in the old Cold War binaries, but across various configurations of interest, some overlapping, some not, within which they were pursuing particular policy objectives. And that sovereignty did exist, was precious to states and would not be lightly given up, but was being leveraged in cooperation with other states to pursue interests.
Robust military actions, the global system doesn't work. And this is the reason why, when it comes to security, I think there is much more perspective in strong regional security framework.
For a good long time, beyond the electoral cycle, become increasingly greater. And very briefly, I want to pick up on the point about values, which is also, of course, absolutely.
In a complex area where there isn't a consensus on how to do it, exactly in what balance and what measure, these kind of conferences help to broaden people's mind and expose them to other thinking. So as an essay in persuasion, it's a good idea to have discussions on these subjects.